Crunchyroll's new AI subtitles are being used to completely butcher anime series. If you don't believe me, take a look at this example right over here. This is Necronomicon and the Cosmic Horror Show, a series which I knew absolutely nothing about until I saw this screenshot today. A screenshot that puts it as plainly, as cleanly as it can ever be. Crunchyroll has been using ChatGPT to go through an entire episode's worth of dialogue and have it translated in whatever language they so wish. In this case, German. And here you can see that they don't use any kind of human verification or human checking to see whether or not it was done correctly, because this translation was just put smack dab in the middle of an episode with the request to ChatGPT included, showing that they actually don't give a damn about not having human translators anymore. It's something that they're not even trying to hide at this point. And I really just gotta say, I told ya. Not just that, I've been told ya. Because this headline over here is nothing new and nothing special. I reported on this very same thing exactly a year ago, when I talked about how the CEO came out to talk about the brand new initiative that he had in mind. An initiative that was basically about AI being used to replace human translators, because he thought they couldn't hire enough translators for enough of the series that they were producing. So it would be more efficient, more cost-effective, and just quicker in general for them to use AI to translate all the languages that they don't have enough people for. He thought that would be the best way to communicate with the global audience. And at that point, I understood where he was coming from. But it seems like those AI translations have actually infected the entire Crunchyroll catalog, because no matter what series you look at, there have been mistakes found throughout. ReZero, Sword Art Online, old Gundam series. No series is safe. And it's not just in a language that not a lot of people are listening or watching, it's in English too. I mean, just take a look at this. This is Gundam Wing, a classic entry in the Gundam franchise, and they're using translations like this. That is abysmal. Or take a look at this, Season 2 translation of Sword Art Online, using hepatitis as a weapon. Never thought about that before. Kirito, you could have won so many of your fights in Season 1 if you just did that. They've been going back into their catalog and have been using AI to retroactively fix subtitles from before. This is showing that there's a complete erasure in previous translators' works. And here's the thing, new anime are also a victim of this as well. I mean, you've got incidents in a brand new Gundam series, like The Witch from Mercury. You've got incidents in One Piece, the biggest show of all time in my opinion. Or you've got issues in Crunchyroll's biggest, newest cash cow, Solo Leveling. There is no barrier to entry on what series they will or will not use AI on. I mean, I would have thought from the business perspective, they would have at least micromanaged their more popular shows when it comes to translations, but I guess I'm wrong about that stuff. I don't really get it. Sure, I know Crunchyroll doesn't want to pay people to translate their shows. They want to save a little bit of money, but just take a look at how much they were actually paying their translators. Dirt cheap, absolutely nothing over there. The amount of money that they're actually saving from this is so minuscule. It's so small. This is just showing how greedy Crunchyroll as a company can really be, because there's no reason for translations to be this bad on their platform. And this really sucks, because Crunchyroll is one of the two companies that has a stranglehold on the anime industry. Them and Netflix, they're the two companies that are the monoliths of this industry. So when you start to notice things like this happen more frequently, that the quality of a series just begins to plummet, it gets more worrisome. Also, something that we see over here is that anytime an incident actually happens, they jump right in and they correct it. Something that probably would have been more cost efficient if they used the translator in the first place. It's dumb. It's very dumb. But I mean, on the upside, Crunchyroll actually lowered the prices in India, huh? Give and take, right? Yeah, no, this just sucks overall. Crunchyroll's just trying to bury anything that they can about how bad their translations have been. If you're paying such a premium for their service, you'd want to have quality translations. It sucks, but sometimes it really does go to show that fan translations are actually so much better. And it's always so funny, because you can always look back to Crunchyroll's past and see that they were never this glamorous in the past. In the past, they were once one of those websites that they once villainized. They were a piracy site for anime. Just somehow they went in and were able to actually make it a legitimate business once they started to acquire the rights to actually show series. Immediately, Crunchyroll became a turncoat and went after them, wanting to become the only legitimate distributor of this content. So Crunchyroll has always been this villain, this greedy corporation that is trying to get as much money as they can from the series that they want. It is what it is at that point. My guess as to what they're going to be doing in the future is that now that they know a ton of people have been waking up to the fact that they've been using AI to translate series, is that they're gonna be trying a lot harder to hide this translation. Something that we saw come up was something that said translated by translator. So my guess is that they're gonna be trying to put in fake names in places to make it seem like they've been translated by real people, when in reality, nothing has actually been shifted. And another thing that really sucks is that at one point, AI is gonna become so good that mistakes like this are gonna be a thing of the past. People aren't even gonna notice or really care that this isn't done by a person. Now, how long is it gonna take for AI to adapt to become that good? Who knows? But it truly feels like Crunchyroll has now officially just banked all their dollars on AI. So it's definitely here to stay. No matter how infuriating it might seem, how meme-fueled it might become, Crunchyroll is Crunchyroll, and there's not much we're gonna really be able to do about it. But with that, I think that pretty much rounds off my thoughts on this whole Crunchyroll situation. And here's where I hand it back to y'all. Do you think we're overreacting a little bit when it comes to Crunchyroll using AI translations? Or do you feel like this is a practice that should just be abolished? Please, let me know down in the comments section below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And as always, I was Randy, and I'll be seeing y'all next time. Peace.